You cannot avoid small talk. It's how every conversation starts between strangers, between people who haven't seen each other in a while, even people who've seen each other earlier in the day. We talk about a topic pyramid, okay? The topic pyramid has 3 layers.
Okay.
The bottom layer is small talk topic. Climb the pyramid to the second tier, which is more tailored talk.
Small talk is so draining. Everybody hates it. What does your research have to say about small talk and why it matters?
For all of the people who hate small talk, you're right. It sucks. It's shallow. It's meaningless. It feels like there's this alarm bell going off on your mind of like, why can't we get past this? Why can't we get to the real stuff? We all want the real stuff. How can I get there? But also, you cannot avoid small talk. It's how every conversation starts between strangers, between people who haven't seen each other in a while, even people who've seen each other earlier in the day. You usually start when you see them at night and say, how was your day?
Right.
It is a well-worn social ritual, and it's important because it's the place where we search for better things.
Okay.
Okay. It's the easy.
It's the warm-up.
It's the warm-up. It's where we are. It's the pregame, right? It's the warm-up. And we're searching for ways to get to more meaningful talk. We talk about, in my course and in my book, we talk about a topic pyramid. Okay. The topic pyramid has 3 layers.
Okay.
The bottom layer is small talk topics. These are topics you can talk about with anyone. It's the weather, it's the weekend, whatever you're eating, easy stuff that you could talk about with anybody.
Yep.
They're not evil, they're not bad, they are often unrewarding, but they're a place where you should be searching to climb the pyramid to the second tier, which is more tailored talk. It can include more disclosure about your own life. It can be more personalized. It might just be a topic you're excited about. It has nothing about, sharing about your life. It's something your partner's really jazzed about.
So this second layer of the pyramid is where your topic preparation comes in.
Correct.
And asking questions come in.
You could prep small talk topics too that are more likely to be launch pads to the second layer. There are open-ended questions that are small talk topics that should be thought of as sort of like launching pads that we're moving to the second tier that becomes more personalized.
What is the top layer of the pyramid?
Top layer of the pyramid is deep talk. The more follow-up questions you ask, the more likely you are to get to that top. You know it when you're there, Mel. You know when you're at that deep talk with a friend, with a therapist, with your parents, whatever. It's not every conversation is bound to go there. You don't need to have a deep conversation with, your barista or even your work colleagues.
Because people would file a restraining order against you for really making them uncomfortable.
Well, sometimes it's not their business, right? There are some contexts where it's appropriate and called for and magical and some where it's not. But when you do find yourself there, you should appreciate it. It's really special. It's like we're all on these journeys looking for those magical moments of connection, and sometimes they happen.
Many people see small talk as a waste of time. In reality, according to social psychology, these seemingly superficial interactions are one of the most powerful tools for building trust, connection, and social well-being. A 2014 study by Sandstrom and Dunn, published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, showed that even brief exchanges with strangers, like chatting with a barista or a coworker, increase the sense of belonging and improve mood. In other words, they're not just talk. They are micro-social bonds that nourish our social brain. Small talk works because it activates the area of the brain linked to social reward, the medial prefrontal cortex. When we exchange even a few positive or friendly words, the brain releases oxytocin and dopamine, fostering a sense of connection and reducing social anxiety. It's like a warm-up for more authentic conversations. Many people avoid small talk because they see it as fake or shallow, but in reality, it's often the necessary bridge to more meaningful dialogue. As psychologist Adam Grant writes, deep relationships rarely start with deep questions. They almost always begin with something simple. How's your day? Crazy weather, right? Did you catch that game? How to get better at Small Talk 1. Focus on listening, not performing. You don't need to say brilliant things, you need to listen actively with genuine curiosity. People can immediately tell when you're truly paying attention. 2. Look for points of connection. Small details. A book, a hobby, a city can turn a trivial topic into a meaningful exchange. 3. Use open-ended questions. Phrases like, "What was that like for you?" or "What do you think about that?" Open inner worlds and encourage reciprocity. 4. Be authentic. Even a small touch of vulnerability creates instant connection.